Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I decided I would do a video and kind of give a quick explanation of why I have not done a video in so long and tell you kind of what's going on. The reason we stopped doing videos is, you know that Marcia and I, we bought a new coach during college football season, and during about midway through the season, our coach that we purchased brand new started having a lot of problems. And here it is, March of 18, almost April of 18, and we're still having those same problems. So I'm going to try to do this all in one take, guys. So there's probably going to be a lot of mess ups, but I'm going to try to get this done in one take. And so all the mess ups, you're just going to try to, I'm just going to leave them in there so that you can see them and show you everything that is going on with this particular coach. And then I want your guys' input on what you would do. I've talked to the manufacturing company, and they have contacted a close dealership that said they're going to fix it. But a lot of the things that they said that they want to do does not line up with what I want done. So I want your guys' opinion. So please leave comments down below of what you would expect if this was your coach. So I'm in the master bedroom right now, and I'm going to start right here. I figured this was a great place to start. So I'm going to show you in here what's wrong, what's going wrong. And the things in here are somewhat minor. But when you buy a $50,000 coach, you want everything to be right. So let me start right over here. First off, this right here, this is just a catch to hold this as it opens and closes. It keeps it from opening and closing as it's going down the road. Well, whenever they put it into this wall, they did not put anything behind this to actually secure the screws to. It's just into paneling. They should have put some type of blocking behind it, or either put anchors behind that. I know that's not a big deal, but when you spend this kind of money on a coach, you want it right. Next thing, let's get inside the closet here, guys. If you look, if you look right here, I actually had to go to Lowe's and buy pieces of metal to go over this, because these little hangers here, they put screws in it that just go into paneling here. And once again, there's nothing that it's secured to in here. So I actually had to buy these pieces here to actually get it to secure into actual pieces of wood that are underneath this. There's a better example down here at the end. As you can see right here, guys, I know it's dark, but if you can see right here, I can move this whole piece because there's nothing for it to secure to. So as this is going down the road, our clothes are hanging on here, and it's just wobbling going down the road. So I think this is something that they just need to take all of this down and completely start over. They need to put some type of blocking under it and completely start over. Let's go outside here. Let's get right up in here. You can see there where the caulk and the trim is turning loose. And it is doing that in other places as well. Once again, this is something where they can actually fix fairly simply by just putting more caulk. But it just shows to the workmanship and how they did not do it correctly in the first place. Or they may have, and it may be just something that is wearing out very quickly. I don't know. Next thing, this cable hookup. The cable hookups throughout this coach do not work. You may get one to work and then the one in the living room not work. Or if the one in the living room works, the one in this bedroom doesn't work. So none of these are working. I've yet to get the one in the cargo bay to work. So I don't know what's going on there. Okay guys, I'm gonna bring the slide in. And here is one of the bigger problems in this bedroom. Guys, I apologize for the delays and for the moments of silence, but I want to show you guys. I want to try to get this done in one take. And if you will look how there is, it hits here before it ever hits on this side of the bed. What that is doing on the outside of the coach is it's creating a gap, and I'll show a picture right here, but it's leaving a gap about this big on the front side of the slide when the outside or the back side of the slide is completely closed. That creates a problem when you're going down the road and it's raining. It allows water to come in. I'll leave a picture right here. Let's continue to move forward. In the bathroom, everything is fine, no problems there. The only thing I wish that they would have done different in this coach, I don't know why they didn't. This door, it's just in a very weird place. It seems like they would have put a different design on this door, because you've got to open the door all the way up to get in. You can't, it's just in a weird position. I don't really like the way that's done. Okay, now let's get into the actual living area here. And I'm gonna start right here at the sink. Let me get down here where we can see it. On this sink, right here, they did not put this sink in correctly. And you can see here and here, there is no lip. So when we put the cover, let me get the covers out. Sorry guys, I should have had all this out before I started. Like I said guys, I'm going to try to get this in one take. But here's the problem we're having. As we're going down the road and these covers are in place, these are continuously falling because there is not a lip there, and this just falls. So the sink, in my opinion, is just going to have to be completely taken out and then completely remounted because it is not in there correctly. So that's to the workmanship of it. Okay, let's go right over here. This receptacle, the actual plate on it, it will not stay up there. It's just broke. It's going to have to be taken down and replaced. Let's get right here to the stove. I'm not sure if you can see, but the mounting hardware here is just gone. I don't know where it's gone to, but it's just gone. It's actually made of plastic. Why they made that of plastic, I don't know. It should be made of metal, but it's not. It is just, it's just gone. So let's come right over here. For me, this was not a really big deal, but, well, I guess it is. If you look at the chrome on these, it's already coming off. This is less than a year old, and we haven't even been able to use it a full year, and as you can see, the chrome on it has already started coming off. That shouldn't happen. This is less than probably a month, maybe a month and a half of wear, and that chrome is already coming off. This shouldn't happen. I'm getting there, guys. On these recliners, this piece here, I have had to put screws in it underneath because it just keeps coming loose. It will not, the screws that go in it, it just will not stay in there. I don't know if it's just cheap board that's in this or what, but it will not stay in there, and I keep having to put another piece of board in there. So I don't know what the deal is there, but it's becoming really annoying, and it happens on both of the recliners. Okay, moving on. Okay, guys, I'm going to get to one of the really serious matters on this coach now that, for me, I want them to just replace the coach over this particular matter. I know they're not going to, but I want them to. So let me show you that now. When I bring the slide in, and I'm going to try to get it as best I can. The top of this slide is still in, but the bottom of this slide, let me see if I can get it here. The bottom of the slide is come out a long ways. So what I'm having to do as this slide comes in on the coach is I'm actually having to grab it up here at the top and kind of pull it as I bring it in. And the reason I'm having to do this, guys, is because right here, whoop, sorry for the camera skills, right here on this part of the coach, it's not doing it right now because I just pulled the top of it in. The floor and the wall are actually separating, and you can actually see daylight between the wall and the floor here when it comes in so cattywampus. So this is something that I'm really concerned about, but the manufacturer or the dealers, they don't seem to be that concerned. For me, I'm very concerned. I'm going to show you another thing. Okay. Right here, guys, the slide was coming in, and as the slide was coming in, it was going to hit this part of the island. I'm gonna bring it on in and show you more of what I'm talking about. Whoop. I don't know if you guys are able to hear that, but it just came in and a little bit, and then I had to stop it so that the top could catch up with it. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here and then now show you guys. Try to make this make sense. don't know how well I'm doing here, guys, but right here, this was going to hit this portion of the island. So what I had to do is I actually had to take my hammer and actually break this to keep it from hitting that, because it was hitting this and not going to allow the slide to come in. And we had to actually check out of the campground that we were in. It was on a Sunday. We were having to check out. I called. I was going to get them to come out and fix this before I did that. They said it was going to be Tuesday before they could come out and fix it, and I could not wait from Sunday to Tuesday, so I had to do what I had to do, and I had to break that piece of board there. Well, they said now that that's not that really big of a deal, that they don't think they need to replace that because I broke it. Well, yeah, I did break it, but it's because of their product not doing what it was supposed to do that I actually had to break it. You tell me what you would want to do. If this was your coach, what would you expect? Would you want them to replace the flooring there, or would you just let it go? Guys, it's like really, really hot out here. I believe that is it for the inside. So now let's go outside. I'm going to bring the kitchen slide in here. And I'm again sorry for the times of silence. There is one other thing here. Let's see if I can get it here. Stuff like this, where they got these thresholds here just too close. Now whenever we go down the road, this stuff just keeps getting higher and higher, and it just gets it just gets uglier and uglier, and my wife and I, we don't really like it. I just wish the workmanship was better than what it is here. Gaps like this. Let me see if I can get it a little. There just shouldn't be big gaps like this. I don't get that. That's just, to me, that's very poor workmanship. I digress. Okay, guys, let me flip this camera around. Okay, guys, now this screen here is pulling loose. I know that's not a big deal. They're going to fix that. That probably happens to a lot of people, but it's something that's got to be fixed. Okay, moving to the cargo area. Once again, the cable here not working. Don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not working. Okay, right here, I used to have two batteries setting. I have two batteries that's in the battery compartment in the very front of this coach, and then I had two that was setting here. Well, you can see what's happened to my floor now. It is completely, I don't know if it just dropped or what, but the seam here where it's at, the floor is just completely giving way, and you can see the variance there. It is like major. Once again, when I took it and showed it to the dealer, they didn't think it was that big of a deal. To me, that's a major deal, because when we first got it, it was flat. That's not something that should be going wrong right now at this stage of the game, but it is. Let's keep moving forward. This is a little hard to see, but you can see the paint here. The clear coat on this has just completely started coming loose. And I don't know what's going on there. We've tried to have it buffered out, and it will not. You can see the little spot there where the guy hit it with a buffer and said, hey, this is just going to have to be repainted. There's no way of actually getting that clean. And it's across the entire front cap. Let's keep moving on around. Okay guys, the leveling system. I can level this camper 3 times, and all 3 times I level it, I'm gonna get something different. Once again, I know that's something they can fix, but it is something that's annoying that, well, one time I've taken it in, they looked at it, they said there's nothing wrong with it. You take it back out and it's clear that, hey, something's not right with it. I just want them to fix it and fix it correctly. Let's look up under the coach here. Okay guys, you can see the quality of workmanship here. They had to put in a diode or something because I can't remember if it was our gray tank or our black tank, but one of them was not registering. So they actually had to put in a diode of some type. And whenever they did that, you can see the cut they made right there to do this. Well, they didn't bother to fix that back. They left the screws out of these clips here. They just let them dangle. Let's not bother putting that back. Let's just do our workmanship as cheaply and crappily as, I don't even know if that's a word, but let's just do it as, let's do as little as we can possibly do to get away with what we can get away with. Now for me, this allows rodents, all kind of other things to get in there. So this is something that I want them to fix and fix it correctly. This, I have no idea what kind of workmanship that is. That blows my mind there that they, now this is from the manufacturer, that they say, hey, that looks just fine. That looks great. That blows my mind, guys. There's got to be some other way besides that. Oh. Well, guys, you can see that I took this slide in, and it clicked like it was all the way in. And the reason it clicked like it was all the way in is because at the top it is all the way in, but at the bottom it is not. So this is, I'm gonna have to go in, I'm gonna have to let the slide all the way back out and then bring it all the way back in again. This slide, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's just, wow, it's giving me a lot of trouble. Okay. Guys, I want you to look at this caulking job here. Most might say, hey, that's not a big deal. Why are you grumbling and complaining about that? Well, for me, that just shows to workmanship there. If you spend $50,000 on something, is that the type of workmanship that you want to see? That right there? I just don't get that. That is horrible. Who actually did that and then said, that's okay, that's good. I'm great with that. And it's not just there. It's here, and it's in other spots. So it comes back to workmanship. This particular coach, as much money as we gave for it, the workmanship should be way better than what it is. And I just want Primetime to make this coach right and not give me the runaround that they give me. As many things as there are that is wrong with this particular coach, I think they need to take it back to the manufacturer and correct the issues, then send it back to me, instead of trying to, because it's been to Camping World, which it will never go back to Camping World again. That was the worst experience ever. It has been to Campers Unlimited. Campers Unlimited said, hey, this really needs to go back to the manufacturer so that they can really correct it and do the corrections right. So once again, we reached out to Primetime. Primetime said, no, let's try one other place. So now we're going to Bankston Motorhome, and Bankston Motorhome is going to take their shot at it, see if they can correct all these issues. For me, I just want it done and want it done right. So if this coach belonged to you, tell me what you would want. What are all the demands that you would make? Leave comments down below and let me know. Guys, once again, I apologize for the long break in between the videos. It was not my intent. Our intent was to actually give you almost weekly camping trips. It just didn't happen, and now you can see why. Hopefully we can get our coach where it needs to be so that we can start doing more of a weekly vlog. Just we're not there now. So guys, if you like our videos, please remember to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please remember to give it a big thumbs up. Guys, I'll catch you on the next go around.